All right, they're readying up. So this is going to be the last race of the night, but I will not stop. Oh, Spooty. $150. You're paying the wrong guy. I don't have bombs with me. I don't know what you heard about Canadians, but we don't normally carry bombs around. Bomb machine broke. Yeah, seriously. All right, we got Orange Cadence versus Normal Cadence. Magic Carrot, Bright Torch. Honestly, I'd try and kill there. Get that +1 heart. Why not?
Makes sense.
All right, let me give you the quick status update here on these racers. So Ekimekim is currently at a 4-5 record, 4 wins, 5 losses. Tic-Tac is at an 8-3. Tic-Tac a little bit of a better run there. Best win average win for Ekim is pretty long. We're looking at 17 minutes for best and average, which could just mean lots of slow play, but also that's based on 4 wins. So whereas Tic-Tac's best win is 853, average 1134. So we'll see what goes on here. It seems a little slow for Tic-Tac. Definitely Tic-Tac is the higher seed here. I'm just going to take a quick gander at their ELOs from the start of the season. So this is a titanium tier race. Tic-Tac starting with a 1600 did drop down to a 1444 into the second thing, and Ekim was a 1200 jumping up to a 1433. So we have Ekim on the rise, Tic-Tac on the fall. We'll see what happens after this set here. Tic-Tac did drop... he was against Rat Racing, and he lost 2-1 against Rat, although Rat is a valiant competitor for sure.
Seasoned veteran, yeah.
Yep. And then Ekim, went 3-0 against Riot Blob. That's actually going to really hurt him there on his... so he's looking to pick up some points here. If he does, it's going to be good news for him. And look at that luck shrine.
A very small detail there. You can totally just walk up on that fight and curve. Oh god, this is starting to look a little bit bad. Okay,
holy, that was like last minute. He really didn't have many other places to go there.
For sure.
Nice. Hey, it's Rattata. What's up, Rattata? Good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Hope things are well over in Japan.
The land of the sunrise.
Yeah. Oh no, Ekim! Kind of ran out of real estate there. Actually could have what there? I guess backed off the Minotaur. I don't know.
That might be one of my favorite expressions you use, like run out of real estate. Like, ever since the first time I heard you say that, it's just so good.
Yeah, I don't think it properly applied there, but I don't know. It's just a thing I say.
It works.
It's when you run out of space. You're running out of real estate. Yeah. That's a bummer there. Minotaur monkey combo is a rough one, that's for sure. That's like, first it's the red dragon, and then the Minotaur monkey combo starts to be like, oh wow, I just figured out red dragons, now what the heck do I do with this? Checkmated indeed. So now Tic-Tac's got a pretty sweet build. He's got a lot of defense. He's got 4 damage with them ear muffins, so he's looking good.
Farming, I think, to get the cookies in the shop to like get these cursed hearts to red, but I might be wrong.
That could be the case. He's got more than enough bombs, but I don't know if it's worth killing the shopkeeper for some cookies.
So now he has enough gold. Let's see if he goes back.
It looks like he is. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's a fair play. I mean, if you're up against an opponent who, best time, average time is 17 minutes, you might be like, I think I've got a little bit of time here.
For sure.
Take a little bit.
I might go for the foresight instead of his bright torch. But that's kind of a personal preference.
I agree. Foresight's just a better torch. It's gonna have slightly less. There goes his rune.
He mislured that mole. Yeah.
What is up, Insult? How's it going, friend? All right, the start of the Elad build. No, lead boots and a holster. He only took the lead boots. What are you doing, Tic-Tac? All you need is a frost dagger.
Like, if they found everything, does something happen? Or...
Oh, yeah. So if you get we were talking about it earlier. If you get Lead Boots, Holster, Frost Dagger, and win a Condor match that I'm commentating, then I give you $10.
Oh.
10 Canadian fun bucks, though. Like, it's real money, but it's Canadian, so it doesn't really count. I think it sort of adds to the charm a little bit, though. I mean, I could pay an American, but I think it's funnier.
Of course.
All right, he's starting to take some trapdoors now, but that's because he has got a stupendous build here. Really, really solid. A nice ring to top it all off would be really supreme. Maybe some more stable +1 damage would probably be kind of good. That heart container. Remembering the lead boots, nice play. I'm always impressed when people do that.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, Chris. I'm a fan, but I'm just sort of playing into the hearts and minds of my audience, which is generally making fun of Canada, so that's all I was doing there. I'm right there with you. We got some fun money, fun bucks, rainbows.
Do you have animals or people on your money?
People. Boo. Yeah. Some good people. Sometimes we have boats, actually, and we have plants.
Boats? Okay.
And birds. We've had birds. No, to be fair, it's a little bit of a... Okay, no. Here's how it works. One side is a person. The other side is some kind of nature picture or something. Or a boat. The Blue Nose, which is nobody cares about except for some Canadians.
Yeah, like boats are a cute type of animal. You need to.
Oh God! I'm getting lasered by that red dragon. Speaking of red dragon, just needed to jump up.
I was seeing that happening. Oh man, I kind of saw it coming, and it was so sad.
Tragic. It looks like gonna go for the throw strat here. Does get it. Just needs to react now to Blood Nicholas.
I do feel that TTF is playing very, very like comfortably right now.
Yeah, he looks very confident. I mean, as he should. Look at that build.
Of course. And I think the most important thing when you have a build is the amount of mistakes that you can make and still be alive. And you can make a lot of mistakes with this build.
Yes, you can. Yeah, although I'm impressed with his lack of mistakes in terms of dropping the beat. He's been very, very good at keeping the beat. He's had these headphones forever. Ooh, that was spicy, but he still didn't drop the beat. That was an unexpected teleport.
Oh, mm-hmm. I like that Ekim is not giving up though. And I just learned now that you should pronounce it Ekim. I always called him Ekimekim. Like,
oh, I might not be pronouncing it right.
I have no idea. Do we know where he is from?
Nope. I have no idea any of this stuff. Though I've definitely seen them around a lot. Mm-hmm. Various conduits or something. Or maybe it was just seasons.
I feel the same way.
Insult, it does. I've tried that. Yeah, if you go look at the website for the $10 build, it talks about it on like an official government Canada website, and type in the Konami code on your keyboard. It actually makes it rain. Like $10 bills rain from the top. It's amazing.
Okay, I like Canada even more now.
Yeah, our official government webpage has the Konami code. It's pretty great.
Not many countries can say that.
Oh, they're from LA. Okay. Well, then that doesn't really solve anything on how to pronounce it. Yeah, the new $10 bill is interesting because it has 4 people on it. And everybody was kind of happy because there's like a woman on the bill that isn't just the queen. But there's also 3 dudes. So it was kind of like we couldn't just do a woman. We had to do 3 guys and a woman or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, that was just a thing. But by the way, Tic Tac looks like he's actually got a really nice run here. 9 minutes to Dead Ringer. Looks like a weird. That was Oblivion.
A weird Oblivion? Yeah, a different Oblivion.
Different Oblivion, but he got it. Finding a monkey's paw. I don't even know what he was looking for there. He's got all the bombs. Just some food, maybe. Or just knowing he's got lots of time. Sure. Make sure to use that shield spell. That'd be good. Or shield deal.
The last time? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, he used it. Very nice. So that shield's gonna last ages. See if he can get the kill before it runs out. Oh, he got it. Just barely. Australian notes are getting prettier. Yeah, I honestly, if I go to the States and try and use their money, I'm like, what the crap is this?
I'm very confused, not by the bills, but by the coins, because like all our coins here have the number on them. So like the whole like penny nickel kind of system.
Oh, I never realized. Don't they say like 5 cents or something on them?
No, they have no number on them.
What?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the Canadian ones have numbers. All right, GG. Tic-Tac with a pretty solid win there. Ekim a couple of deaths. But we'll see how game 2 ends up going. A solid win for Tic-Tac. Yeah, the Canadian and American coins are very similar looking in size and shape and all that stuff too, so it's very easy to actually mix them up. And oftentimes you'd be buying stuff and you'd be like, oh, that's an American quarter. The American quarters are like thicker though. They're real thick. Oh, you've been spoiled. You've been outed as a Brazilian.
I had to give a stupid answer. I think that's my characteristic. But yes, Brazil. We have animals in our money and numbers in our coins. So I'm very confused by countries that don't use numbers in their coins. Sorry? No, sorry. No problem.
The regular coin is 25. If you see anything else, it's counterfeit. Well, I think this is... What's up, Necros? This is the perfect time for me to just give a quick shout out to the Looney and Tooney here in Canada. Big fan. Big fan. And also that we got rid of the penny. F that thing. It's so useless.
We got rid of our 1 cent coin as well.
Yeah. There's some weird archaicness with the way that the Americans hang on to their money. The penny is pointless. And the $1 bill is also kind of terrible. I hate it. I don't know
if it was the same case in the US or not, but like here it costed more money to make a 1 cent coin than 1 cent. So like it's something like crazy like that.
Yeah, it was like 2 cents to make 1 cent because of the copper costs or something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it? I thought that the Canadians were the first to do the... Oh, no, wait. I think you're right. I think it was Australians were the first to do the polymer bills. Because, yeah, we have the polymer bills where they melt.
Every bill is polymer?
Yeah,
nice.
it's all polymer. So you can't rip them, and they last, like, I don't know, it's like 20 times longer or something like that.
They can get wet and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, because it's like plastic.
I think we tried those for a while and just went back to paper for some stupid reason.
All right, there's a black chest there. I'm wondering why Tic-Tac's not checking it. Did he... Oh, he must have saw on the RTMP that it was a... Oh, God, Tic-Tac. Too many enemies to fight a dragon. Gotta watch that.
Okay, but it handles it with minimal damage. Guess he didn't... Like, he was screen watching and decided not to open that chest.
That must have been what it was. First, so they could use them as swimming goggles. That sounds right. Yeah, I had this weird experience yesterday where I was in a restaurant that had a black light, and then all of a sudden I noticed my credit card had like all this black light art on it. I'm like, oh, I did not know that. It's real weird. Insult. Take that. All right, that ring of regen though for Ekim is a nice find. It looks like, yeah, Tic-Tac's got it as well. I think Tic-Tac's going to be looking to get a flawless fight here on death metal in the hopes of getting some kind of weapon, I would imagine. Although base dagger death metal is no walk in the park.
There is some like there probably is a very extremely safe way of doing it, kind of like the way Spooty does. Oh god. Okay.
It would be knocking all the heads off these guys And then
Yeah,
he can't
there's
summon
a spawn
anybody more.
limit.
But he did take a hit there, so he will not. And actually, Ekim is now gained, and with a titanium rapier, hello. That's a solid pickup, though he took a hit. Although he's already got the weapon. Tic-Tac's got to roll with just this base dagger.
Thing is, like, Spooty, for instance, when you see how Spooty does death metal on Coda, like, low percent, there is, like, a very, very reliable safe way. So you could probably do the same on Cadence. It'll just take forever because it's not double tempo.
Well, there's a super safe bomb strat with
That too,
Coda.
that too. For sure, for sure. That's the one I know. Yeah,
that's the one I learned for when I was doing seeded. But there's, yeah, I think if you use a bomb, like if you don't use a bounce trap, you will not have enough time to get to death metal typically, depending on how he moves and his teleports.
I think Spooty he found a way of getting death metal down to like just enough hearts and then throwing the dagger to like send him to the fire phase. So
yeah, and then you don't have to worry about spawns. Yep.
Yeah.
Favorite cheese? Smoked Gouda. Although I do like a good jalapeno Havarti as well. I gotta say the build. Oh, but look at that glass build there for Tic Tac. Do you swap to the blood axe? I mean, blood axe definitely the best blood weapon. Glass axe is pretty scary. Not the best glass weapon in terms of safety, anyways. And without the protection, he swaps to the blood axe. I largely agree. Although he's gonna be looking for some damage ups. Otherwise, it's gonna take a while.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll of Need. So if he uses that, he'd get armor, I believe. But it looks like he might want to save it for the potion, potentially. I mean, it's not a bad idea to just take yourself down to half a heart and get the potion now because you have the Ring of Regen, so you should get your health back up.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of heart containers.
Also, I was trying to understand why you just like randomly said your favorite cheese, and then I see it's chat. But okay, like,
I was trying to keep up with chat. I guess that's like, pretty weird. I'm surprised you didn't call me out on it.
And my favorite,
favorite cheese is a nice,
going down to zone 3. Yeah.
Mild. Actually, I enjoy an old cheddar, like a properly old cheddar. It's very good. Do they have much cheese down there in Brazil?
We actually do. And there's one I really like. It's a type of cream cheese. It's kind of like mascarpone, but it tastes different. It's just like a different type. But it's my favorite. It's called catupiry. And people usually put it in pizza with ham and all sorts of goodies.
Oh.
So good.
Ham and cheese, eh? Sounds like a winning combination. By the way, Tic Tac finding that damage up. Actually, Ekim finding the same thing. Decides to keep the... Ooh, I don't know about that decision. I think he's just playing a little bit safer. Takes the Obsidian Cutlass over the Titanium Rapier. I think a Titanium +1 damage Titanium Rapier is one of the best item combos you can get. But Obsidian Cutlass is very safe. Plus, he's going to have a little extra damage. And he doesn't have to worry about hot coals or anything like that, which can be a concern if you don't have a movement weapon. But, of course, the floaty boots can be pretty bad in Zone 5. So he's got to watch for that. And also not taking trapdoors, which we just saw one. And this is a bad layout. Like, this 3-3 is quite a terrible setup. And both racers taking a long time on that 3-3. And in fact, Ekim manages to overtake Tic Tac. Tic Tac jumping into a Skelly there. And I think he lost the beat before it because he took a pretty big whack. There you go. Send him down the hole. Oh, so Tic Tac chucking that barrel down the hole.
TTF has basically every regen item possible, so that is kind of good. But this is kind of...
but it didn't help him there. Oh no, Tic Tac going down to a blue dragon, stomping. The stomps. Getting face stomped, just running out of... He skipped the beat that I don't think he wanted to skip there. Rip. So this is a wide open opportunity for Ekim here, who does not have any armor, but has a solid build in every other way. There is a blow. That's not what you want to do. Okay. Worked out. Only took half a heart damage. That's not so bad. Do you do anything with that peace shrine?
Depends on how well, like...
Maybe swap to the dagger if you're like going for super fast.
Yeah, like if you for some reason don't like the cutlass that much, or if you really love the special daggers, I might go for the dagger. I think I would keep regen over peace.
Yeah, peace is pretty good though.
Yeah, peace is really good for sure.
But regen, if you're worried about dying, you want to keep regen over peace probably. Although, I mean, peace helps a lot with safety and all that good stuff.
Actually, yeah, I would probably swap for peace because I think with peace, the floors are easy enough that I'm not gonna take like 2 damage on each floor or something. Which, if you take 2 damage on each floor, then regen is not kind of like, the best because it'll only heal 1 heart per floor, right? So, like, if you're gonna take more than 1 heart of damage per floor, maybe swapping to peace is probably better.
That is definitely a mimic right there, so we'll see what pops out of there, but I hope it's a gun. Might be like armor, though. It's a gun! The blunderbuss! All aboard.
It's a fun gun.
It is a fun gun, but he's not taking it. Man, I was just reminded of some pretty crazy suggestions for items in the forums, and it was like, we need more guns. Let's have like dual pistols and stuff. Like, how's that? That just does not have the finesse.
I remember something like the Desert Eagle or something like that. Like,
yeah, but a lot of it was just very same to how either the rifle or the blunderbuss would work.
mm-hmm. And there was also like boss suggestions or something like that. I think like the Harpy was supposed to be a boss, wasn't it? Like,
I'm not sure.
Yeah, so I think one of those like really, really old threads where they were discussing like because Kororif was supposed to be named like the Octobase or something like that. And
there was another name too that wasn't Coral Riff and wasn't Octobase. Or was it Octorok? No, that's to Zelda. Oh my god! No! No! What? Come on! You can't do this! You can't do this! That's not fair! That is not fair to Ekim. Come on!
Oh, man.
The wall pig. Barely had any time to react to that wall pig. There was other things going on in that room. That was not okay.
And you can totally see how he was just, I'm going for the exit because I want to get out of this like floor and...
Not cool game. Not cool. The wall pig,
Yeah.
MVP this season. Most improved pig goes to wall pig in our Condor award show that we're doing at the end of the season.
Yeah, like MVP stands for most valuable pig.
Yeah, it does. Was that ever a Babe franchise movie? MVP? You know the Babe franchise, yes?
Yeah.
We of course had the Babe.
I was
in the
actually
city.
like, I was deadly like scared of that movie. It was so creepy to me for some reason, like the animals talking.
Ram
It
you.
was
It's like,
so...
please no. Ram, no. Oh man, that torch of walls too, mocking Ekim. If Ekim had the torch of walls, would have saw the wall pig.
Like there was something just very weird about that whole movie, like the movies actually. But yeah.
I don't know if I agree with you. It was a pleasant children's movie. No, it was just people laughed at the pig because he, wanted to be a dog. He wanted to be a sheepdog, and it was ridiculous. It was a wholesome family film.
That's fair.
Oh, that's right. MVP was most valuable primate. And it was like a Dunstan checks in monkey movie. I recall.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah, all those. There was a time where it was all the trained animal movies in the 90s that was like, yeah, these are real hit makers. It was before reboots were the scourge of the Hollywood. It was all animal movies. All the Air Buds opening the door for every other one.
March of the Penguins feels.
March of the Penguins doesn't really count, though.
Yeah. It's not the same category.
That is 100% a great documentary.
Because
it's a lot of,
okay.
yeah,
but it's
a lot of
good.
Morgan Freeman being like, These guys' life sucks real bad. Watch as they walk for a long time. That's pretty much how that movie goes.
Yep.
And it's like,
that is
wow,
very legit.
I don't want to live as a penguin. They're cute as can be, but man, it sucks. Although I would say that what that movie misses out on is the fact that, like, it really focuses on the penguins of Antarctica, but there's penguins all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's penguins in South Africa. I'm sure is there penguins in Brazil?
They get lost. So like they're swimming and the current brings them here and they end up on the beach and then people are like, oh my god, they're cute, and then they're like, oh my god, they're dying of like heat, so we need to like rush them to the zoo.
Crazy.
There is one thing I saw at one time about this old man who like saved the penguin once and like threw him back on the sea, and the penguin comes back every year on the same day.
I've seen that. It's delightful.
It's
just a heartwarming tale.
Yeah, but I like to to think it's true, even though I can't believe it.
It seems pretty fake, but
yeah,
how do you not just go along with that?
Exactly.
Like, he's got a little pengu, little friendo. He's the best. Yeah, I was actually, speaking of ridiculous 90s programming, Ekimekim just getting torn apart by those armadillos. What are you doing? Let's see that instant replay. Those armadillos just lined up, ready to put in all the pain. Yeah, he was kind of screwed, too, because he either had to attack Conga or the armadillos, and both were hurting him a lot.
Ooh, Tictacfoe actually used the pulse spell, like, extremely well there. Nice. I find that people, they're still getting used to the pulse spell. So.
It's pretty, well, it's just like Diamond. It's sort of turning the game on its head a little bit, and people aren't quite used to the diagonals. Ooh.
I'm definitely not.
No, although I've been playing a lot of Diamond because that character is awesome. And getting better at it.
TTF tried to get a pixie there, but the Goblin Bomber blew it up on his face.
No, yeah, I saw that. But he did get a pixie right afterwards, so all is forgiven.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I was just going to say, yesterday my wife and I were talking about ridiculous Canadian cartoons. Now, she didn't have much TV when she was growing up, so... Oh, what are you doing? Oh, the save! The green scroll save! He was screwed. He had God. I guess he could have pointed down and grenaded, but that would have... Oh, it only would have done one heart to him, so he would have been okay.
Oh,
because of his quartz. Or wait, does the goo not count? I forget. Does the goo negate quartz, or does it?
Does the goo negate armor?
Or does he or does he lose 2 hearts? There's something with armor. That was a great play. I love when the scroll of need doesn't just give you a potion, but actually does something else.
I know that like Inkman, especially on non-cadence characters like Melody or Dove or something, he really likes using need for the damage effect.
Sure, because for Melody, anything that'll give you more damage is like the best thing you can find. Any of those spells or scrolls or whatever.
Yeah, or even just protecting you from being fully surrounded or stuff like that.
Oh, that's a big thing with Melody because there's nothing you can do. Anyways, all I was gonna say is that we were at a restaurant and there was a giant swamp thing on the ceiling, made out of paper mache, and Swamp Thing was both a cartoon. I think it was I could be wrong, but I think it was a horror movie from like the 40s, but also it was a cartoon in the 90s, and people were like, or Elas was like, why? It just seems like, what a dumb name for a creature, and why would you make a cartoon about it? I'm like, man, they had Biker Mice from Mars. They had Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, which is also an old horror film that turned 90s cartoon for children. I don't know. Lots of wagginess.
So when you just said like they had a big swamp thing on the ceiling, I thought it was just like a thing from a swamp. I had no idea it was the name of a terror movie or something like that.
Yeah, it's
like
this
they just
like weird
went to the swamp and got a thing. Let me Google it. Yeah.
Yeah. They had all kinds of fun stuff on the ceiling. They had a Cthulhu and they had Aquaman. This is an interesting place.
So you guys were eating at this like terror-esque kind of like weird hipster restaurant?
Yeah, it was super hipster. Yeah, it was a Japanese restaurant, and I don't think a single Japanese person was in it. It was all a lot of people with weird haircuts and earplugs and probably longboards and all that good stuff. Probably also
like
penny farthings and unicycles. It was hipster central. And they were playing a lot of unironic Brand Van 3000 music and amazing music from the 90s that probably none of them have ever heard of, or at least their friends have never heard of.
Oh man, that sounds like an interesting place.
It was actually amazing though. The food was great.
Mm-hmm.
But it was such a, yeah. There was a type of sushi you could get that was Salmon L. Jackson, and it was like a Samuel L. Jackson salmon roll. I don't know. All right, GG, Tic Tac.
Yeah,
18-minute race, but hey, he got it. That was an unfortunate death from Ekim when Ekim had it in the bag, but got gooed.
Like, for 1 second, that reminded me of one of those, like, way when, like, Powerpuff Girls and, like, Dexter's Laboratory were starting, like, their first episodes, there were some other ones that just had, like, a pilot episode and never kind of continued, I think on Cartoon Network. And one of them had, like, a thing where someone got infected with the virus of Salmonella Fitzgerald, and they started singing, like, Ella Fitzgerald. And you're like, Samuel L. Jackson. It was, yeah, I don't remember the context, but it was something like that.
10 out of 10 pun, right? Or, I guess, portmanteau. Yikes. All right, we are off instant blood shop here. Could be blood shop. It is a blood shop. It has an electro dagger. What the?
What?
And the bomb.
Okay.
So we're going to see a bomb from Tic Tac. I kind of feel like wouldn't bother with the bombing here. Keep your bombs.
Yeah, for half a heart and maybe mapping on one floor, I think, yeah. I agree with you.
I think it would be a little faster. Just take the electro dagger and the carrot and eat it, and you're on your way. But yeah, electro dagger pickup. That's nice. That's going to make for a pretty quick seed, typically.
Yep.
I think I was actually mistaken that it's not Swamp Thing now that I'm looking at pictures of it. What's that? It's like, kind of looks like a fish. Shoot. Okay, chat, you're gonna have to help me out here. It's got like, it's less like, it's more fishy than Swamp Thing, and it's got like fins on its head, on the top and the sides, and it's got like fangs and sharp claws. Thing from the Black Lagoon, is that it? I think that's it. That sounds right. Yeah, that was it. Okay, all right, I was close. Swamp Thing and Thing from the Black Lagoon is perfectly understandable. That's like something to confuse. By the way, this lock shop is real nice.
I had to Google, because you were saying, and I was trying to like type it as fast as I could, but I did Google. It's less like, it's more fishy than the swamp, and it's got fins on its head and on the side, and I just wanted to see what Google would say.
Oh, it is Creature from the Black Lagoon. Okay, well then slightly less justified in my... And did Google find it?
So the first result is, help, I have a sick goldfish, 17 diseases under treatment. So,
I shouldn't laugh about sick goldfish. That's not nice, but that's a pretty great first thing to find.
Frequently asked questions on guppy behavior, and I'm very curious about what guppy behavior is now, so I think I'm just on that loop of weird links now.
That's funny. It's funny because the first thing I think of with guppy behavior is the fact that I only find two-piece guppy in Binding of Isaac. And
that is definitely guppy behavior.
Oh, that's the guppy lobby showing us what's up. All right, there's nice red dragon play.
Okay.
Yeah, guppies are like little baby fish, I think, that you can get as pets.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken. Man, this leprechaun does not want to spawn. Oh, Tic Tac lost the leprechaun. Oh, he might be able to. Oh, he just bombed it. That works.
There he goes. Yep.
So a slight lead here for Ekim, just ahead of Tic Tac. Looks like we got a nice, easy throw bomb, so long as you remember that you have the blast helmet. Looks like Ekim is just going to do the standard strat. This is one of those bosses where the difference between normal, or like slow strat and fast strat is huge.
Massive.
Kind of like Death, Necrodancer. Necrodancer.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Like bombs versus not bombs, and he took a hit there from a...
Ekim, this is not safe! Okay, so apparently Ekim is not very acquainted with Core Riff, which is fine. I mean, but it's definitely one of the first like quick strats people usually learn because it's very easy to memorize. So it's definitely worth taking a little while to learn how to kill it with the different.
Yes, yeah, your boss.
throws.
That's something that Rat was talking about. When it comes to being in a Condor season, the first thing you should be doing is making sure you understand and know your like boss kills and like as many iterations of the boss kill as possible.
Mhm.
So whatever
'Cause,
weapons, like if you have the cat, you can do a safer strat with Coral Rift by going up the middle, and you should be able to hit it, or like the
Yeah, and
flail. But like
just 'cause
longsword's not
usually-
going to be good. Like you got to remember
Yeah.
those things. And throwing, of course. That's sort of where you first go because like anytime you get Coral Rift out of zone 1, you're likely going to have your dagger still, and so learning throwing is pretty important.
And by chance, it's like really easy. It's not like, I don't know, Deep Blues with a rapier where you have to like memorize, like, oh, is this case okay? That there are like 25 like scenarios or something. Like, it's very easy to do Core Riff with.
Yeah,
like,
Deep
throwable
Blues
weapons.
is definitely the most complex of all the bosses to like try and learn. By the way, nice play by Tic-Tac there to not bomb any of the stuff in the shop. Managed to get all of the things, and so that was really nice play. Is there a guide
Yeah,
somewhere on
already-
fast boss strats? Yep. Yeah, in the Necrotome,
Oh.
you can look up the boss strats there, and I'm sure there's other examples as well. But it's more of a I have to get it for you. Hold on. Actually, hold on. Here. Oh no, I think I need to fix this. Yeah, because I think that link doesn't work anymore. Yeah, it's dead. Sad face. Let me fix that. Here we go. So yeah, in that link, you'll see links to all the enemies and bosses. Almost all of them. I don't have any of the new Nocturna ones. But you'll also see there's a link to the Condor Season 4 updated boss fight tutorials. That one should help a little bit more. It's a little bit more relevant. And that also has the Necrodancer in it, which I didn't include for no reason. No good reason. But yeah, all 5 zones. And then if you scroll down to the very bottom, there's a couple of things that are sort of obscure mechanics. So there's bombing mechanics, which I think is quite an interesting video. I really go through the way in which bombs work and why there's some crazy glitches you can do with some of the things. And then also mapping, how to map the zones. I think it only goes up to zone 4 now that I think about it, though, because I did not revise that for the DLC.
So, like a couple floors back, TTF went for the glass shop, and he took the glass armor, which he just dropped for a chainmail, and the glass shovel. And the thing that scares me about the glass shovel is that losing your shovel on the wrong zone could, it could be really bad.
Well, fortunately, you don't have the same issue as before. Well, that's 11 cookies, by the way.
Yeah, zone 4 is doable now.
You can now, you don't get locked out of zone 4. I did enjoy that thing in zone 4, but yeah, that's totally a fair nerf or whatever. Fix.
Yeah, and he already, he broke the shovel, but he recovered it, so things are fine.
That's really awesome to read, Chris. I look forward to seeing you in some Condors potentially, but yeah. The Necrotome is something I made super long ago, and I'd say some stuff is dated, but ultimately it's originally the whole design of it was mainly for people who are just starting the game so that they don't have to struggle through what does everything do. Oh, nice play by Ekim there, getting the full health heal. So it's mainly for that, but my sort of updated stuff is a little bit more speedrun related. Very slow and inconsistent. Well, that's practice. That's all you need to do.
You'll be amazed at how much you can get better by just playing the game for a long time.
Yeah, if you put in a solid 2-hour session, you'll be better at the game after that. Okay, Ekim doing a throw strat here. Didn't have the damage. Still surviving. Sketchy. Worked out.
Yep. Worked out. I think he got the flawless too.
Oh, no problem,
no.
Chris.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I put the loot up there. I actually resisted for a bit because it was like, this is the secret boss. Oh, look at that slime in the door. That's funny.
Not necessarily Dirge Bum, sorry. No, Dirge Burn.
Yeah, I think that's a burn.
Yeah. Is it recommended to practice with Bard before moving on to Cadence? So I don't know your opinion, but I think not really. I feel that practicing with Cadence first is probably best.
Yeah, my opinion is sort of like why I said when you're playing Guitar Hero, you start on hard instead of medium. Because there's a very big mechanic that's not included in the easy version of both of those games. So when you play on medium, it only uses the first 4 buttons of the guitar when you have 5 buttons. And so if you learn that way, you get used to locking your fingers to the buttons because you never have to slide up the guitar. And it's sort of the same with Necrodancer in the sense that if you learn with Bard, you don't learn the beat mechanic so well. And there's some certain sort of minor side effects that happen from that. Oh, this is not good. Ekim's okay, but took a big hit there. So some of the mechanics that you don't get is you don't learn sort of to get the feel for enemies and how long they're going to take to move. Because that's kind of important. Like, you don't want to have to count every enemy's movements. You don't want to be like, okay, it's an elemental, it moves, okay, now I'm going to count 3 for its next movement. You want to get a kind of vibe on how quickly enemies move just by playing it on Cadence a bunch. I think that that's kind of an important but forgotten part of why you'd practice Cadence. But I think that Bard has also a lot of really valuable reasons to play it that are good, like learning boss strats, learning how to get yourself out of some situations, realizing that a lot of most situations, if not all, almost all situations are not impossible. Mm-hmm. So that's something that you can learn with Bard, where you find yourself in a really spicy situation. And then now what we see is a lot of the top tier racers just naturally get out of those crazy situations by just reacting properly. All right, nice Dead Ringer kill. Using the Earth kill there for Tic-Tac. He has got a lot of health. 20 hearts.
He bombs list if he remembers.
Yeah, he just healed all of his hearts up, so he's got the full rack of hearts there. Meanwhile, Ekim's got a pretty good run going here. Solid build, did recover nicely after getting stomped on by that dragon. They've got their health back up, but it's Tictacfoe is on the Necrodancer fight, so he is looking to close this out in a reasonable time. I do feel like his finish time average is going to lower quite a bit, especially after that 18-minute run or whatever it was.
They almost had the full bombo combo because...
The bomb combo.
Yeah, like
TTF
had the blast helm and the bomb, and the other one had the grenade, so like, yeah.
Yeah,
and the
combine them
bomb
all.
spell even.
It's super good. And GG, so Tictacfoe taking all 3 here. Gonna find himself getting a pretty decent boost in the elo this week. So congrats to Tic-Tac for taking that. And that is it. That's the end of our first showcase. But don't go anywhere. We've got plenty more stream where that came from. I'm gonna do some fun streaming, but all